The Unai Emery era at Arsenal is well underway. Arsenal's head coach now working with the majority of his players following their return for pre-season training. In fact, the Gunners will play their first game under Emery in less than 2 weeks' time when they travel to Boreham Wood to take on the National League side on Saturday, July 14th. Arsenal will then leave for Singapore to compete in the International Champions Cup a week later as their preparations for the start of the 2018-19 Premier League season begin in earnest. It's the start of something new at Arsenal, something fresh, and there is a sense of excitement around the whole club at what could be to come. Emery and head of recruitment Sven Mislintat have been working hard shaking up the squad, bringing in 3 new additions already, but there is plenty of work still to do at the Emirates. We take a look at what must be on Emery's agenda between now and July 14th, when Arsenal get their pre-season campaign underway at Boreham Wood. Transfers: Arsenal confirmed their third signing of the summer when the deal for Sokratis was finally announced on July 2nd. The Greek centre-back follows on from the captures of right-back Stefan Lichtsteiner and goalkeeper Bernd Leno. Arsenal return for pre-season training view gallery, but Arsenal's transfer business is not yet done, and the next fortnight could see the long-awaited arrival of Lucas Torreira from Sampdoria. A deal for the Uruguay midfielder has been agreed in principle, but it can't be finalized until Uruguay's participation at the World Cup comes to an end. They play France on Friday in the quarter-finals, and should they lose, Arsenal will look to wrap up the deal as soon as possible for the 22-year-old. Emery is desperate to get his squad together early, so will be hoping to push through the medical and paperwork quickly, possibly before the Boreham Wood game, although Torreira would be given time off to recuperate after the World Cup, so would not be involved in the match, even if the deal is done before then. Aaron Ramsey's contract: Arsenal have been fairly decisive in their contract negotiations this summer, with Rob Holding, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Granit Xhaka and Callum Chambers all agreeing new deals. They have yet to agree terms with Aaron Ramsey, and the club are determined to get things resolved one way or the other. Emery is a big fan of Ramsey and wants him to stay, with a new 5-year deal on the table for the Wales international. But Arsenal's head coach is aware that the midfielder will be sold if he doesn't sign the deal, so a swift resolution to the negotiations are at the top of the agenda. Aaron Ramsey was captain for Arsene Wenger's final Arsenal game. Ramsey's agent has been away but returns to the UK this week, with further talks expected over the coming days. Emery will be keen to see them reach a positive conclusion as soon as possible. Deciding on a captain again. Just like any further transfer business Arsenal may do, the captaincy issue could be linked directly with the Ramsey contract situation. Should the midfielder commit his future to the club, it would be no surprise to see him take on the armband, which has currently been vacated following Per Mertesacker's retirement. Ramsey is a leading candidate, but there are others such as Laurent Koscielny, despite his injury, Granit Xhaka, or even new signings Stefan Lichtsteiner and Sokratis. Emery will be well aware that the fans will be waiting to see who gets the armband, so he will want to make a decision quickly to take away any uncertainty. Honing his formation: Emery will no doubt have a formation in mind when it comes to how he sees his new look Arsenal operating. You would expect nothing else for a man as meticulous as the Spaniard. So he will now be working on getting his players comfortable with how he wants the team to operate ahead of the pre-season campaign getting underway at Boreham Wood. Unai Emery talks to the Arsenal players during a training session at London Colney. Photo by Stuart McFarlane, Arsenal FC via Getty Images. Emery's favoured formation is a 4-2-3-1, but whether he adopts that at Arsenal remains to be seen, especially with both Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexander Lacazette at his disposal. Whatever he goes for though, he and his coaching staff, led by Juan Carlos Carcedo, will be looking to drill the system into his new players to ensure they are ready to go when the new Premier League season gets underway next month. Keep up to date with the latest news, features and exclusives from Football London via the free Football London app for iPhone and Android. Available to download from the App Store and Google Play.